Hey, Ray here with Ray's Reviews, and today, you guessed it, I'm going to go through what I believe to be a couple of great choices for survival knives. Now, when I was looking for a survival knife, I was looking for something that met some criteria, and one was I didn't want to spend a lot of money. Two was it had to do some basic functionality, some basic camping things like being able to cut through some rope, doing some basic whittling, some basic bushcraft things, and being able to be sharpened out in the field easily. Now, I'm not a survivalist. I'm not somebody that's out in the woods all the time and you know has 15 different knives. I went through a series of survival knives and tried them out, and I actually ended up settling on a couple different knives that I believe are the best two for my use. The first one that I'm going to talk about is the cheapest one on my scale, and it is the Mora #1 knife. I really like this knife for the following reasons. One, it's got a Scandi grind on it, which is very easy to sharpen. Two, it feels great in the hand. It's a carbon steel blade, so if you don't know much about knives, they're just really easy to sharpen, and they're really hard, so the blade's really hard. The other thing I liked about this knife was that there's a famous survival guy on, I forget his name, can't remember his name, but he's on there. He actually uses this to survive with. He had a show with that other guy that started his own survival show. But anyways, those two guys, he used this knife, and I thought, man, this is a decent knife. You know, if he uses it to survive in, and he's a survivalist, must be a great knife. Around $10 on Amazon, I'm sure with shipping or something less than $15. But good knife, feels good in the hand, cuts really well. I recommend this if you just want something to throw into a bag or something. Drawbacks to the knife: the handle's wooden. Even though it feels great in your hand, if it gets wet, it can slip. The second thing I don't like is right here. If you slide forward, you're right on the blade. You can cut your finger. If you see that right there, there's no guard or anything stopping you. The third thing that I don't really care for on this knife is the sheath. It's kind of a hard plastic, but it's really cheap. I mean, I wouldn't even really consider this a belt loop. You might want to put some 550 cord through and put it around your neck. That might be a good idea. The knife seems to sit in there pretty well, but I wouldn't trust it as far as it staying in there if you were really trying to shake it. But overall, I would say for what it is, I think it's a good knife for under $10. But if you want to go to a little bit better knife, this is the Mora Companion. This is a stainless steel blade. What I really like about this knife is the handle and how it feels in your hand. It's got a non-slip grip handle. Fits very well. Same Scandi grind on the knife. Very easy to sharpen. This one's very sharp. I use this knife for everything. I use this knife for hunting. I use it after I clean it, I use it to gut deer, clean deer, butcher deer. I use it through the whole process. I've had the Bushcraft Black. I prefer this one. It's not as thick of a blade. It works really well. It really feels good in the hand. Really feels good. You feel really confident using this knife. Unlike the other #1, it doesn't slip like the other one. It feels really confident. You feel really good. Highly recommend picking up one of these knives, even if you just are going to try one out or something. For $15, you can't go wrong on Amazon. The case is a hard plastic. It's got a belt loop here. I've never had this fall off my belt. I've been out hunting, jumping on and off four-wheelers. One drawback is when you sit down, if it hits something, it really kind of binds. It hasn't come off, but it kind of bends like that or flexes. Not a huge deal to me, but it may be if you're getting up and down a lot. I like this knife a lot. I can't say enough about it, just because there's a lot of knives out there that probably cost a lot more, that are way more better, that you can do all sorts of different stuff with. But this knife, for the price, is a good starting point. You know, when I thought about making this video, I really wanted to make a video for somebody like myself that went out there and wanted a survival knife, but didn't know what to buy, and didn't really want to spend a lot of money. But they're like, I really like the SE6, for $150, but am I really going to use that? I mean, I'm not a survivalist. But I do like to go out in the woods and, chop some stuff up and, cut a deer up or whatever. And what knife would really fit well? Well, I would say try this one out. I think it'd be a great knife. Out of both of the knives that we've tried out, they're both Moras. They're both easy to sharpen. I'm going to do another video on what I use to sharpen knives, and I've sharpened hundreds of knives over the course of the last year, including these two quite a few times, and I'll do a video on that. But out of these two knives, if I had to choose one of them to take with me, end of the world case scenario, it would definitely be the Companion. Check out Mora knives. I'm not getting nothing for promoting their product. These knives, I purchased them on eBay or on Amazon. So the only thing I would like to do is I'd like to put a plug for our sponsor, Rustproof. If you have tools, if you have firearms, if you have firearms that you want to clean, Rustproof is a great product to use. It cleans and protects in one application, protects it from rust, fingerprints, all different types of stuff. Check it out online at rustproof.com. There will be a link down in the bottom. Appreciate our sponsor, and look forward to seeing you guys. I hope that helped you kind of understand the two different kind of basic knives that I found. If you got a basic knife that you found that works really well for you, hey, please post something down in the comment. Feel free to leave a link down there if you posted a video and you want to share it with others. I think it's about helping other people make a good informed decision on what works best for them. So look forward to seeing you. You guys have a great day. Goodbye.